Hey there, welcome to this week's video. For those of you that don't know me or are new to my channel, my name is Lauren Conklin and I'm a financial coach. So in this week's video, we're going to be talking about some common limiting beliefs for entrepreneurs. I'm going to be discussing the top 3 that I see often with my clients. A limiting belief is a state of mind that restricts you in some way. Not only do limiting beliefs prevent you from achieving success, but they're usually completely false. The 3 limiting beliefs that we're going to be discussing today, I see with many of my clients. Although limiting beliefs can be very specific to an individual, there are 3 common limiting beliefs that I tend to see among a lot of small business owners or entrepreneurs. The first limiting belief that we're going to discuss is what's often termed the imposter syndrome, or just the feeling that I'm not enough. The second limiting belief is perfectionism. For instance, I could have just re-recorded this because I had a little stumble. How perfect was that? Perfectionism is the belief that it's just not good enough, whatever I'm putting out there. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about hyperachievement, which is very similar to perfectionism, but also very different and manifests itself in different ways. So, imposter syndrome. You've probably heard of it before, right? You feel like an imposter in your business. You have these feelings that you don't have enough experience or expertise or know-how to be doing what you're doing. Now, I do want to stress that I am a strong believer in making sure that you always learn and gain experience in whatever you are going to attempt in life. However, there comes a point where you need to get past those feelings of I'm not enough and embrace that you have exactly what your client or customer needs. It's often said that if you know 10% more about a certain subject or topic than your client, then you are good enough to help them. You've probably also heard, fake it till you make it. And there's a reason for that saying. Because you need to mentally be in the mindset of believing I am enough. I'm more than enough. Otherwise, the negative belief, that limiting belief of imposter syndrome, I'm not enough, is going to be present in your energy, in your thoughts, and it's going to be clear through everything you put out there or the things that you don't put out there because you feel like you're not good enough. The second limiting belief, perfectionism. The idea that whatever you're working on is not good enough. Nothing's ever good enough. It needs to be perfect. And we all know that nothing will ever be perfect. So if you're striving for perfectionism, guess what? That's just going to lead to inaction. You're going to get overwhelmed by the feeling of not being able to do something perfectly, and you're going to give up or abandon ship or just kind of bury your head in the sand because it all feels too much. Instead, try to embrace the mottos like progress, not perfection, or done is better than perfect, and recognize that you need to push yourself forward with action regardless of how uncomfortable it may make you feel in those beginning stages. And then the third limiting belief, hyperachievement, this need to be perfect with your performance and everything I do is not enough. I did not do enough today. I did not do enough this week. And unfortunately, that can lead to you being a workaholic and not putting your personal life or your friends or your family or their needs also at the forefront. And it can also lead to burnout, which ultimately will make you have to close your business doors anyways. Something that's really important for people that struggle with this hyperachievement or this limiting belief that it's just not good enough, whatever I'm doing that day, is to really set clear boundaries on when you are working and when you are not working. And to also utilize goal setting and to-do lists so that you can make sure you are completing everything you set out to that day and not mentally putting yourself towards tasks that will be finished the next day or later. Okay, that's all for today's video. So now I want you to uncover what your limiting beliefs are. Perhaps the 3 we mentioned, perhaps others as well. And I want you to rewrite those beliefs with empowering positive affirmations and say those to yourself daily because practice and reinforcement is crucial to changing those limiting beliefs. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please click the like below and make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my new content dropping into your subscription feed. See you next week.